Stop telling people your goals. Right now, if you take nothing else from this video, take this. Your mouth is the #1 reason you are failing. We live in a world that is addicted to noise. Everyone wants to be heard. Everyone wants to be seen. You have an idea for a business, and the first thing you do is tweet about it. You decide to get in shape, and immediately you post a picture of your new running shoes on Instagram. You decide to learn a new skill, and you tell your friends over drinks. You feel good, you feel productive. You feel like you are already on the path to success. But you are not. You are walking directly into a biological trap that has destroyed more dreams than laziness ever could. Science has a name for this. It is called social reality. In 2009, a study by New York University explained exactly what happens in your brain when you announce your intentions. When you tell someone your goal, and they acknowledge it, your brain releases a spike of dopamine. This is the pleasure chemical. It is the same chemical reward you get when you actually achieve the goal. Listen closely, because this is where you are losing the war. Your brain cannot tell the difference between the praise you get for planning to do something and the satisfaction of actually doing it. When you tell your friend, I am going to start a business, and they say, wow, that is amazing. Good for you. Your brain marks the task as done. The tension is released. The hunger is gone. You tricked your own mind into premature satisfaction. So when it comes time to do the actual work, the grinding, boring, lonely work, you have no energy left. You already spent it all talking. You sold your motivation for a cheap hit of validation. But the problem goes deeper than just biology. It is also about strategy. Look at the history of power. The most dangerous men in history were never the ones shouting the loudest. They were the ones moving in silence. The Spartans did not boast before battle. They stood in terrifying silence until the moment of impact. The great samurai Miyamoto Musashi did not tell his opponents his strategy. He let his sword do the talking. Pythagoras, one of the fathers of ancient philosophy, understood this better than anyone. When new students came to his school, he didn't hand them a book. He didn't ask them to write an essay. He imposed a brutal rule. The 5-year vow of silence. For 5 years, his disciples were not allowed to speak. They could only listen. Imagine that. 5 years with your own thoughts. 5 years without the ability to seek validation, to complain, or to show off how smart you are. Why did he do this? Was he cruel? No. He was forging them. He knew that the ego loves to talk. The ego wants to prove it exists. By removing the ability to speak, he forced his students to turn inward. They learned to digest their thoughts instead of vomiting them out. They learned that silence is not emptiness. Silence is a container for power. Those who survived this initiation became the most formidable minds of their time. They learned the ultimate discipline. The control of the tongue. Because if you cannot control what comes out of your mouth, you will never control the outcome of your life. Now, look at your own life. How many times have you told people you were going to change? This year is my year. I'm going to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to write that book. And how many times did you actually do it? The people around you have heard it all before. And secretly, they're tired of hearing it. Or worse, they're secretly hoping you fail. This brings us to the second danger of talking. The evil eye. When you announce your plans to the world, you don't just lose motivation, you attract resistance. Not everyone wants you to win. In fact, most people are terrified of your success because it shines a light on their own failures. When you tell a mediocre friend that you are going to build an empire, do you think they feel inspired? No, they feel attacked. They feel inadequate. So, consciously or subconsciously, they will sabotage you. They will plant seeds of doubt. They will say things like, are you sure that's a good idea? Or maybe you should be realistic. They will invite you to parties when they know you need to work. They will distract you. Why give them the ammunition to shoot you down? Why hand them the blueprint of your castle before you have even built the walls? Sun Tzu, in The Art of War, said, let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Dark and impenetrable. That is the standard. Your life should be a black box to outsiders. They should see the input, and they should see the output. but they should never know what happens inside the machine. So, how do we fix this? How do we cure this addiction to validation? We are going to implement a protocol I call ghost mode. This is not a soft suggestion. This is a radical shift in how you operate as a man. For the next 30 days, you are going to disappear. Not physically, you still have to go to work. You still have to see your family, but you're going to disappear psychologically and digitally. Here's the ghost mode protocol. It has 3 phases. Phase 1, the digital blackout. You need to understand that social media is designed to make you talk. It begs you to share what's on your mind. It asks, share your story. It is a trap. For the next 30 days, stop posting. Period. Stop posting your gym selfies, nobody cares. Stop posting pictures of your books, read them instead. Stop tweeting your political opinions. They change nothing. If you use social media for business, schedule your posts and get out. Do not consume. Do not engage. Do not broadcast your personal life. Become a ghost to the algorithm. Let your followers wonder if you died. Let them wonder if you quit. The mystery is your ally. When you are constantly visible, you are common. When you are scarce, you are valuable. Phase 2, the gray rock method. This is how you handle people in real life. When you start changing, people will get curious. They will ask, "Hey, what have you been up to?" Or, "I haven't seen you at the bar lately." Your old self would want to explain. Your old self would say, "Oh, I'm on this new grind. I'm building this business. I'm doing monk mode, do not do that." Use the gray rock method. Be as boring as a rock. Give them nothing. When they ask what you're doing, simply say, "Just working on some stuff," or "just keeping busy." Be vague. Be polite, but vague. Do not give them the drama. Do not give them the details. Starve their curiosity. When you refuse to explain yourself, you hold the power frame. You are signaling that you do not need their approval to do what you are doing. You are signaling that your mission is more important than their gossip. Phase 3, violent execution. This is the most important part. Silence without action is just laziness. The point of shutting up is not to do nothing. It is to redirect the energy. Think of a steam engine. If you open all the valves, the steam escapes and makes a loud whistling noise, but the engine doesn't move. If you close the valves, the pressure builds up. That pressure is what drives the piston. That pressure moves the train. You need to build pressure. Take all that repressed urge to talk, all that urge to check your likes, all that urge to explain yourself, and channel it into pure, violent execution. Wake up an hour earlier. Lift heavier weights. Read deeper books. Focus on deep work blocks where you turn off your phone and destroy your task list. Build in the shadows. Make the mistakes in the dark where no one can see them. Fix them in the dark. Get stronger in the dark. You are planting seeds, and seeds need darkness to germinate. If you keep digging them up to show the neighbors, they will die. Leave them in the dirt. Let them grow. What will happen after 30 days? Something magical. You will realize you no longer crave the cheap dopamine of validation. You'll start to see real progress, not just imaginary progress. You will look at your bank account, or your body, or your skills, and you will see tangible results. And the best part, the people around you will notice. They will see you look different. They will see you carry yourself differently. They will feel a new aura of authority around you. They will come to you and say, "Wow, you changed. How did you do it?" And that is when you smile and say nothing. Because results make the loudest noise. A lion does not need to roar to prove it is a lion. You know it when you see it. A king does not need to scream that he is the king. The crown speaks for itself. Be the king. Be the lion. The challenge is set. 30 days of silence. 30 days of darkness. 30 days of pure execution. Most people watching this video will nod their heads, click like, and then go straight to the comments to talk about how they are going to do it. They will fail. Don't be like them. Do not comment about your big plans. Do not share this video with a caption saying this is me. Just do the work. The world is full of talkers. Be the one who does. Accept the silence. Disappear. And watch how the world shifts when you return. Start now.